Yes, dear friends, we are in the third episode of our Zodiac Signs and Skincare series, and once again, Seden Elbir is here with me. Time passes so quickly. Dear friends, you can catch the flu or some problems may arise. Since we both work and are constantly busy, sometimes schedules can conflict. There were new marriage techniques. Should we try better? Marriage tips with engagement rings.
I mean, in my opinion, if you have a really heavy set in your hand, they don't look
Fun now. Old-fashioned, stuck in Middle Ages, Ottoman era, don't think they care.
They're focused on having fun. Right now, at this moment.
Look, my mind can't grasp it. I immediately think that if you're together, it will lead to marriage. Well, hopefully.
May it be truly good for everyone.
Let's say modern classic. I
used to be very classic, too. I can't easily look at things in a classic way, either. There.
Is that what you're saying? Then let's modernize ourselves a bit, too. I mean... Yes, today we're continuing with a Leo. We're in the Leo sign. Can we say it's the symbol of beauty? Lion.
Zodiac sign? We can say that. Be ostentatious, be beautiful. So we can say that he, she loves everything that is classy, good, and high quality. For lions.
Dear friends, fire family and its ruling planet is the sun. Hot sun, orange sun. Actually, all colors are gathered within the sun, but orange, is the main base color, and when they all come together, they merge into orange. Warmth comes together. So we know that one of the biggest characteristics of the fire family of the Leo sign is leadership. They are already the kings and queens of the jungle. These are the zodiac signs that fight for leadership in the jungle. Imagine them as husband and wife.
Now,
have you seen two lions side by side?
When that happens, I think the woman is more dominant.
If she comes out on top, there's a terrifying authority. A great authority rules within the house.
I've never come across a marriage between two Leos.
I've seen it a lot. The kids are like, help! Is it really that bad?
Really? Dear Professor, help! Look, you have to ask the father. When both parents are Leos, who gets the final word?
Who says it? Maybe the female lion says it.
I haven't had an environment where I could observe, but for example, if you marry a male Leo man, he generally does what he wants. Lion. Even though he is a passive character, he has a structure that does what he wants. I don't know about such a person either. He might be having a hard time. How much
can it last? Dear friends, Leo signs, even if they're men, take care of themselves from a very young age. Even if it's a male Leo. Somehow, I mean. At the very least, at a hairdresser or a barber, they do those masks or, I don't know, blackhead removals. Because he likes change in appearance, hair is very important to him. Man or woman,
it doesn't matter.
It appears that in the astrological literature, Leo is not a sign that needs to be pushed or told to take care of themselves. It's already a sign that
takes care of itself.
Wouldn't they listen anyway? They wouldn't. In the literature, the studies on this topic, especially, I saw it again in a recent study conducted in Italy. This was written by the fire family. It was shown that, especially in their youth, Leo men tend to be more prone to risk-taking behavior. I researched the reason for this. The heart is sensitive in Leos. The heart is important, the heart organ. And because of this, they have a constitution that is prone to bad habits and high cholesterol. In other words, they like to eat with their hands, since they already love to show off, you know what I mean? Now, showing off is measured by things like those really expensive hamburgers. Young people are stuffing them with as many harmful ingredients as possible and running after them. Now, there are so many places for them. In fact, I still say I'm an old-fashioned guy. I can't wrap my head around those prices. There are some hamburgers out there. The bill comes and you think, my goodness, is this much money really worth it for a hamburger?
Well, it actually depends on the amount of meat inside.
They can really skyrocket, they go way up.
Sedensum, since we're on this topic, we get a lot of questions about acne. It's not just Leos who go through puberty. Is there a close connection between these foods and acne? Could you please explain that to our viewers?
I actually mentioned this in a previous episode as well. I talked about it before, but it's entirely related to food. It has everything to do with what we eat. In fact, the gut flora...
When it gets disrupted, it can cause serious problems.
Our current foods, especially most of the products on the market, packaged foods and processed foods, cause very serious problems. And it's children who are most affected by this, because you can't really control what children eat. The mother says, I don't prepare food at home. But at the schools they go to, or in their cafeterias and so on, they can very easily access all these junk foods. For example, in this day and age, how can we possibly deal with all of this?
Right now, there's really no way for us to cope. I mean, switching to clean food.
Making that change?
It just doesn't seem possible. You'd have to change everything. And it's just too much to handle.
You're trying to change things, that's true.
It's not like we can train a team for this, so we end up just dealing with it.
Hobby gardens are...
Let's get a garden. We planted things in garden. I could do a show, The Garden and Its World, and then in the field.
They'll bring them and sell them. Let's really do it. I think it's a very good idea.
That would be really nice. Yes, dear friends. Along with the heart, you know. Every zodiac sign rules certain organs in the body. Since Leo rules the heart as well as the back and waist, their elegance is unquestionable, but since it's a sign that can tire itself out, I've worked on this. Because success, its name, is very important to them. Uncle, in the index. Exactly, Uncle. Exactly, Uncle. And he's also good at biding his time.
Yeah, he likes to wait for the right moment.
To wait the right moment?
He likes it. When he's waiting for something, he likes to follow it more closely.
Ah,
I really am about everything.
I'm always involved. Oh, you have no idea.
But I observed well. So what now?
The viewers are saying. They call you a master. I mean, you found someone just like yourself, a master, and now you're both together. Did we choose you for nothing then? All these years? Let me put it this way.
I don't just do skincare, you know. We also talk with people. As we talk first, Virgo asks questions. Then she sets the tone for the conversation. A lot of things are going on. We've interacted with thousands of people. You've kind of gotten a feel for them, that's true. Well,
I'm thinking if someone unrelated sat across from me, how would it be? Very
boring.
It would be so boring, just imagine. I mean, let's say it became Turkey's most famous fashion and beauty center. But the person in front of you doesn't get it.
Luckily, I don't have any corrections to make.
Leo signs, they already like to take care of themselves, especially among women. Do you see this trait? They keep up with the ranks. You know, cleansing the face, then toner, serum. A few Leos do this.
They, the individuals involved.
They say serum is really important. For example, they don't get lazy. They'll wear that mask for 20 minutes and all that. That's a serious
sign anyway. Since they're not the type to just sit around, just give them the task. By the way, my
rising sign Leo.
Really? Would they do it? You would do it too.
I never get lazy either. Someone who can be sharp when criticizing, but actually wants to benefit the other person. Now it's time for an interesting sign. A sign that's thirsty for success, but when it comes to perfect authority, Virgo is the first that comes to mind.
Yes, indeed, that's right.
Do you have any Virgo clients?
My sister? Oh, I see.
Then
so I'm your relative. Dominant.
Can we say that? A little?
A lot.
Right? They have that trait.
A lot. Very much.
Sometimes the truth, but now, but
the things they do are really easy. Because they do things within the framework of logic. For example, they're very rational. They don't want to step on a rotten board. And if they do step on a rotten board, it's because they wanted to. They were curious. They wanted to see how a rotten board breaks. That's why.
This is in my opinion. When examined in the astrological literature, it's been found to be a sign that can turn things into an obsession. Beauty, aesthetics. I mean, in the studies conducted, do you think in the pursuit of perfection it's like, it's not enough? Should I get something even better done? Is it not enough? Should I get something even better done?
Let me put it this way about Virgo. They're also part of that group. How should I say it? Earth signs, after all. Because they're an earth sign, they actually like stability, cleanliness, and clarity. But for example, even if there were no wrinkles, this is the thing that's on the agenda for every woman and every man right now. But it's not a sign that would go overboard while doing this. They don't like exaggeration.
Yes.
But quietly, without making a fuss. Look now, if there's a way to clear the surroundings, they'll do everything from under the water, under the earth, you name it. You wouldn't be able to tell. Some women deny it.
You know, Oh, ma'am, I guess you do everything twice.
Over. I put on some cream. Some cream. That's it. First I put on this cream, but I won't say what happened.
They get some cosmetic procedure done, but they don't say anything. But it's so obvious.
That's what I hear the most on one of those shows. This isn't cosmetic surgery. I don't have cosmetic work done. I've never had anything done. But it's really beautiful there.
Actually, it's screaming, shouting, you know. Every part of them has been cosmetically altered. I really love the Virgo sign. It's an organized, tidy sign. Virgos are also a curious sign. And they're hygienic too. That's why when it comes to skincare, they'll care about hygiene. They'll buy things after researching them. Products, or rather.
They do things like this. For example, if I'm giving an example from my own sister, whether it's food or a skincare product, if I try to buy a toothpaste, for instance, the back is immediately turned over. All the ingredients on the back are examined one by one. Is it a clean formula? She asks. In fact, that's exactly why she's studying to be a dietitian. Honestly, that's great. I mean, I studied food technology. Now I've also studied dietetics. She asked, should I study organic agriculture? I told her, if you live long enough, study it. Well,
She studied dietetics after food technology. Maybe to complement it. So after food technology,
she was already studying dietetics, but wanted to have the background. Now she's a food technician. She's in her 3rd year of dietetics.
we could get info from my sister.
Today, for example, we came back from breakfast first. She immediately checked the breakfast. She said there are a lot of wrong things here. She said, when I become a dietitian, you'll come to me for diet advice. She said, first I'll come and empty out your kitchen.
Since Virgo is also a sign related to the nervous system, I think their perfectionism is in order, but sometimes they express what they want to say in a harsh way, and I don't know if it comes across as hurtful.
If the person they're talking to isn't listening or they realize they're not being understood, they can be a bit harsh. But either they don't say anything at all or they just don't care. In that case,
Their silence is even worse. Know that at that point,
maybe.
they've already written you off. I mean, when they go silent. So what else have you observed? Among your founding clients, they reflect that meticulousness onto you.
Sure, all of them have these hygiene habits, of course, but I see that they've struggled a lot internally before getting here. I mean,
Virgo sign. Yes.
from the cleanliness of the place they go to the trustworthy part, they struggle a lot with themselves until they feel safe. But once they trust, after that, even if it's just once a year, if the family trusts that place, they definitely go there. Again, you shouldn't be too hard on them. Give them their tasks and step back. That's it. It shows that you shouldn't push Virgos too much. Because it's a smart sign. They already get the subtitles.
They pick up on the subtitles. Take it in.
Present the essence. That's enough for them.
Sometimes what they say can sound harsh at first. Virgo sign. But then you realize they're actually right.
You know, a friend tells the hard truth.
Honestly, I see that they do tell the hard truth, but it's the right one. That's not all.
More like that. But really, what have they experienced by my age? In Turkey circumstances? No, your zodiac sign is enough. We'll tell you what we've been through to get here.
You're saying that looking at me, I guess these days. I mean, I've been through a bit. Could be indeed.
Of course, zodiac signs are important, but it's very much related to what people experience.
Temperaments are shaped accordingly.
Well, everything is probably a lesson for us. For those who can take it, advice for those who can take it. But I try to learn my lessons from many things. Still,
If you haven't, it keeps coming back.
we're always growing. It never ends.
There's a child.
And from the lessons we learn,
I'm not really in favor of that inner child growing up. I don't want it to grow up either.
let it stay.
Because it's a very good companion. When it grows up, it goes in completely different directions. I don't want my inner child to grow up.
Me too. Let it stay a child. Let's be a bit childlike, right? That's necessary. Let's be childlike in spirit.
Children have such pure thoughts. As we get older, we lose our purity. Many parts of our humanity. The child within us perhaps becomes the one who keeps us in check. I hope we don't lose them.
Now, cleanliness is Virgo's most important trait. Skin cleansing is very important. You've already warned me. Generally, Virgos have beautiful skin.
I don't know why.
Yes, because they are always well groomed. Even if they opt for a more natural look, They consistently prioritize personal cleanliness and hygiene.
Could be a sign that values cleanliness. I've never seen a Virgo with bad skin.
You had warned me specifically not to wash with very hot water, you know. Yes. This is very important.
I want to explain this simply and clearly. Now, when our delicate capillaries burst, the uppermost skin layer's vital nourishment thins its structural integrity. I always give this example.
You're buying a house. Is it more important that the kitchen is beautiful or that the foundation is strong? I liken capillaries to a house's foundation.
When you wash with hot water, all my clients, even those who know me, are probably laughing.
Most likely.
Imagine you took 10 shovelfuls of soil.
We're young, you put 5 back. But as we get older, you can't put those 5 shovelfuls back.
Every time you wash with hot water, 10 shovelfuls of soil, 10 shovelfuls of soil, what happens?
Eventually that foundation will collapse. Will your house's perfect interior decoration change anything? It won't.
That's why I always say this. Capillaries are very important. Bursting them takes 10 seconds, but treating them takes 3 or 4 years. Oh no.
That's why cold weather has started. When my clients come, I immediately understand.
They come in all red. It's clear they've started using very hot water in the shower. I immediately stop them.
I separate. Does it make the eyes red?
The eyes, well, it's not that important.
Not the eyes. The areas where water flows on the face start to turn bright red. Since burst capillaries cannot be treated again, it leads to major skin problems in later stages.
I especially love these observations about thermal baths.
I love them too. I go, but I don't let it touch my face. I tell everyone this.
I never dip my head in thermal baths either.
Scalp, facial skin, eye skin are the thinnest areas, so don't burst your capillaries. When a skin problem occurs later, it becomes the hardest point to treat.
There's a solution for everything else. But because capillaries burst, it's really very difficult for that.
Then, for Virgos, meticulousness and cleanliness obsession reaches a high level. Many recommendations offer.
Don't use hot water on your hands, face, and scalp.
Increase your water intake a bit more, especially during this period. Since there's no sun right now, I won't say much about it, but in summer, definitely take serious sun protection.
Due to the season, the sun isn't that dominant right now.
Exactly.
Apart from that, let's also stay away from very irritating physical contact cleanings. Like scrubbing, like using a KZ.
Well, KZ
is in our tradition.
There are facial kisses.
I know, but what the skin perceives isn't what you perceive. Just as wearing a tight shoe causes a callus when it rubs, the skin feels the need to protect itself and hardens, thickens. When I ask if they're scrubbing like I'm touching their skin,
I said,
I very often get a yes answer. It hardens, right? It hardens. The skin protects itself there. So, when you cleanse your skin with specialized microparticles found in gentle peels or effective acidic peels, performing this beneficial routine once or twice each week, you are actively and carefully working to gently remove that accumulated, thickened, and often dulling outer layer of dead skin cells, revealing a fresher, more radiant complexion underneath.
That's sufficient. A very harsh, there's no need to over-exfoliate then. No need.
Yes, anyway, this cleanliness obsession can sometimes turn into an addiction for people.
It happened a lot during the pandemic.
At one point, I also turned back from the brink of that.
Me too, but I got over it. It's a terrible thing. Washing hands 30 times when receiving a package, you know? No, it's long gone, thank God.
It passed me, but until it passed, you know.
We struggled quite a bit, didn't we? We love Virgos. We love all zodiac signs anyway.
Since it's an earth sign, gets along well with earth signs.
You love Virgos because you're a Virgo.